Tom's like a Tesla for gingers.
Always needing a ginger port charger. Happy birthday.
Welcome to Gay Talk 2.0, the ultimate podcast for your dose of dish.
See what happens when I don't get told what's going to happen? I pound you in, and that's just what happens.
Happy birthday.
Anywho, it's a poker game. We have all of our players here in town, and the
Poker,
weather.
I don't even know her.
Exactly. And it is dreadful right now, the weather outside. But anywho, welcome back, ladies and gents, to another episode of Gay Talk 2.0, an LGBT podcast. We are streaming live on our YouTube channel. I think,
She's going through it.
Intern status. But anywho, my name's Tom. I'm your host. And as always, I'm in the studio with all of my amazing friends, starting with the first one.
Hey, y'all, Nick or Trish.
And
J Bear, a.k.a. your boyfriend's boyfriend.
And of course, we have our wonderful, beautiful
Hope, Trisha's worst nightmare.
And I know he hates it. Anyway, welcome back. Hope, you're back in the studio.
Yeah.
So I do have to, full disclosure. So very quickly, we did start early today because we wanted Hope to come and join us and sit with us. And unfortunately, because of her commitments, she couldn't come later. So we started earlier because we wanted her here. So
nice.
Welcome back.
Thank you, Tom. That was very nice of you.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's the least I can do.
Yeah.
How are you?
I mean,
Round table. You're it.
You're right.
all I've got to say is we
raised
raised $500,000.
Oh my God,
Nice.
that's so exciting.
How's it?
That's been my week. That's been more than my week. But in the past week, Nick and I, through the incredible collaboration of our other board members and folks in the community who've been advocating and fundraising alongside us, helping us to meet the donors we needed to meet in order to, make this Project Phoenix come off the ground. And she's done it. We have $500,000 to save the New Haven Pride Center.
In 30 days.
Amazing.
I am elated.
Amazing.
So yay, yay, yay. For me, I have always seen, I remember the New Haven Pride Center when it used to be over on
Fitch. Yeah.
Then it was over on Route 1, closer to...
It was in New Haven.
Well, no, right in New Haven, but you know where the Kentucky Fried Chicken is over on Orange?
Yeah, New Haven.
Right across
Yeah.
there, next to the liquor store.
Yeah. Well, it was technically West Haven. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're right.
like
You're right.
borderline.
Yeah.
And then, when it got to New Haven, downtown New Haven, and now its current location, and, I have met many wonderful people who have worked at the center, who have helped the center throughout the decades. And
30 in June.
yeah, it's incredible that we are going to see the center celebrate a 30th year anniversary, and that's wonderful. And, I'm excited. I am a supporter of the Pride Center. I've always been. And so, yeah, it brings me joy that, you guys were able to pull this off. So congratulations to you both, because I know that you both worked your butts off to get this done. And so that you must be feeling
job.
elated.
I think I'm still in a little bit of shock. So it is classic Hope to think and then feel, as opposed to feel and then think. I think Nick and I are the complementary opposites. I witnessed in the moment that we got the news that our last gift that closed the gap came in. I watched him feel very much and express his emotions. And I thought it was so beautiful. And then I felt a little bad because I'm not that person. Like, I don't start there. I start with okay, so who do we need to call? Like, who would want to know in the first hour that we got the news that it happened? And then I'm like, there's a task list in my head. And then I know that I'm going to feel it in a couple of weeks.
Oh, I woke up the next morning with a punch list.
Yeah.
Literally, 8 a.m., I had a punch list of things to do.
And I mean, and rightfully so. I mean, you have to talk about the fact that we had to unfortunately close the center for a period of time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that in itself is gut wrenching for the community, for the services that the center was providing, et cetera. And then you go through this entire effort, and in a matter of 30 days, you turn it all around. We're able to take care of the center's debt and come out on the other end of that in a position that's setting up the center for success in 30 days.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll
Bravo.
also say too, like what Hope was saying, we compliment one another. She is a morning person. I am
And clearly
not.
you're not.
But for example, like, she woke up and she was fielding emails all morning. But last night she was like, I need to unplug. Can you make sure that all of the press stuff is ready to go for tomorrow? And so I did. So I stayed up a little later, making sure that was all done. And then she woke up a little earlier and just started doing the thing. So it's like,
Yeah.
yin and yang.
So I know that you guys are still in the planning phases, and things are still trying to work themselves out now that we have the green light. But what's next?
Oh my God, that's my favorite part. So now we get to operationalize Project Phoenix's strategy plan. Because I'm not going to lie, pitching to donors, because this is not something that was going to be resolved with any kind of government grants, right? That we couldn't use that kind of money to resolve the IRS debt. Maybe we could use it for the runway, but we couldn't use it to resolve the debt. And so we knew it was going to be individual donors and philanthropic institutions. And when you make the sell of, okay, we do have this debt we have to pay off because of this unfortunate, terrible circumstance that we inherited. You have to then put out a plan and say, why is it worth it to do that? Why is it money well spent to pay off that debt? So now we get to do the part where we're working on bringing the team back in May. We're gonna do the most, like in my head, we're going to have the Kiki to end all Kikis, like June 1st, right at the center, ribbon cutting. We're going to have the whole lineup of...
And it will be a rainbow ribbon.
That is, yes. Nick has made it very...
I wouldn't expect anything less from you. Like, seriously. But anyway, continue.
A rainbow ribbon, the whole entourage, everyone from the governor on down will be invited to this celebration. The community will be invited. And we have a couple of very important conversations happening right now with interim leadership. So we're going to put her back on her feet. And then we're going to recruit the next executive director, which we are so excited for the community to be involved in that process. And then we are going to have new leadership, and one of their first mandates is going to be about building the sustainable version of the New Haven Pride Center. So it's not about resuming business as normal, just turning the lights back on, going back to status quo. We understand that was not working. We were scraping it by, and that was really tough for the community and for the staff. What we've done here is almost all 43 donors who gave to Project Phoenix are new donors to the Pride Center. So we've cultivated a class of major donors that the next executive leadership team gets to steward, who are invested in the long-term success of the center and understand what it means to the community. And now they get to build on that.
And they're invested because most donors, even individuals or financial institutions, they won't give to debt. The fact that these people stood up and said, we're going to give you this money to pay off the debt, and then we're going to find you more money for a runway, it's unheard of. Unheard of.
Yeah.
And that is amazing. I mean, to think about how, if I were one of those donors, my main, obviously I'm concerned, what is my money being spent on, right? How am I going to be guaranteed that the investment that I'm making in the Pride Center is going to have a long-term effect and support community members in the long run?
Yep.
Right. But I'm also thinking to myself, if I had the opportunity to be able to donate, $25, $30, $40, $50,000, I would be truly honored to be able to support an organization that, that does the great work that the Pride Center has always done. Unfortunately, I don't have that kind of money, but I support where I can.
Well, what I will say too is, in that plan that was pitched to these donors and in the conversations we were having, we were very clear with them. We're not taking any money until we have enough money to actually right-size the organization. So everything that we were fundraising for, it was pledges. We were not receiving cash, right? But also what we did with the expertise of our treasurer, Chloe, was build out what a budget looks like, what that literally down to getting a consultant firm for the ED search, because it's too much on us to run a search. Like, we built out a very strategic budget that we presented. This is how your money's going to be used.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Now, I'm a monthly donor to the center, and I noticed that in November, I think it was November, the donation stopped coming out automatically. So I have some catching up to do. So I got to crunch some numbers
Yes,
and do November,
give that.
December, January, February, March, April. So that's like 5 months. Okay, I got to figure it out. But it's going to happen.
Well, Tom,
yes.
give during the Great Give, May 6th and 7th. That's when we're asking. So obviously Project Phoenix and a $500,000 goal is possible because of major donors, like you were saying, giving
Right.
5 figures or more. But there are a lot of people who reached out to us in this time saying, I have $5, I have $20, I have $50. That is so
I have $10.
important. Yep.
Right.
That is so important to us. And this is going to be the chance. If you want to continue being a part of what Project Phoenix is promising, that's the chance. So
Yeah.
all
So
those.
May 6th and 7th?
Yep.
Yep. We're
Okay,
participating
so
in the Great
I'm
Give.
gonna
Yeah,
put-
great.
So that's right around the corner.
Greatgive.org. But also, I do want to give a little shout out to our resident Mama Kim, who made a pledge
Mama.
in
You know,
support of the center.
I don't
Thank you, Mama Kim.
I don't expect anything less from a woman who has not only supported our show since the first time she ever founded, but who's so selfless. She's continuously giving of herself, not only to us. Like, she gives us the love of a mother that sometimes we may lack. She's there 100%. She's there for her kids, in a way that I've really haven't had an opportunity to see mothers support their kids that are members of our community, and she went in full heart. So I don't expect anything less from her. And the fact that she lives in California, who right now are facing $6 and $7 a gallon gasoline prices, and still manages to find it in her heart and in her pocket to pledge. That's just a testament to the person that she is, and she's just incredible. So I'm excited. So, okay, so we've got some dates. May 6th and 7th, the Great Give.
Yep.
We got to make sure that, we push that. And then, of course, June 1st is a Monday. She's taking that Monday off. I'm going to try.
Absolutely.
Are we going to podcast from the center?
Oh my God, that would be fun.
That would
We
be
can
amazing.
Totally do it.
Yeah.
Podcast.
We can do it from the center.
Podcast.
Okay.
We haven't done a live show in like forever.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
All right. So that means all of this needs to go.
Pack it up, intern.
No. We'll have to figure out the video piece, but we could always take the small. Well, I guess maybe we couldn't take the small recorder.
Yeah, well, that's why we have this.
Yeah.
This is portable. You just need mics and, we'll just hold them, but the cameras are portable too.
Yeah, I would love to do that and then maybe interview some people that are there.
Yeah, let's figure out how we
Logistically
do that. Okay. Without me going into a state of hypertension and
He's
hyperventilating.
already breaking into a sweat.
I think we would have to go there the day before and do a lot of testing.
So yeah, that would mean we would spend Sunday all day testing. Y'all ready for that?
I'm ready. I'll help.
It would be a lot of fun.
No, I think it would. I think it's time for us to sort of kind of get out of the nest of the studio and experience the trials and tribulations of live shows like we used to in our early days. Like, we used to do live shows, and like I used to
We did them at the bar.
Yeah, I used to do like $100 giveaways, and that's how we got people to sign up for like our mailing email list.
Yep.
And we used to get businesses to give us gift certificates for us to give out in our live shows. It was pretty cool.
Oh my God, I love it.
Yeah, no, we did our thing. So I'm excited.
Back to the roots.
Back to the roots. So we know how Hope and Nick are, because obviously y'all been doing a lot of great work.
Yeah,
but
we were tired.
do you want to maybe talk about anything else? Anything else happened between now and then that's significant in your life?
I don't really think there has been much. I mean, we hung out on Saturday, which was really nice to
did.
like celebrate the win, and because you guys have known for a minute about the center we announced today. Officially announced today. But other than that, I honestly, it's been work Project Phoenix. That's like literally the capacity that I've had.
Which is, listen, that's a lot. That's a lot. And you had one of your other colleagues actually posted a video on Instagram about the opening of, or the eventual reopening of the center.
I think before, I think it's important that we acknowledge that we've had to furlough the staff for some time now.
Right.
And I think a huge part of the reason the community trusts us and gave us this money, yes, because of Hope and myself, they have trust in us. They believe in the vision. They believe in, how we are trying and have been trying to steward the organization forward, and why we literally took a pause to say this is crippling debt and we need to figure out how to move forward, right?
Do you know how this all started with Nick?
Which part? The New Haven Pride Center?
The New Haven Pride Center and the whole shebang thing?
No.
It was year 2 or 3, and something had happened. There was an executive director at the time, long ago, before the one that, caused the issues. And I don't know, something didn't fly right with Nick, and Nick is like, you know what? And he just went off.
I forgot about
and
that.
And he went on this tangent about the Pride Center and the mismanagement and the things that they should be doing and blah, 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 blah. And this ED took an opportunity to email us. And, but a lot of good things came out of that, right?
A lot of good things, yes.
We were frustrated, not seeing what we believe the Pride Center was supposed to be. And I think that's what set him off. And he went on a soapbox, and we ended up getting an email, and then you guys ended up connecting.
Yep.
And that's when Nick really started thinking about, let me get involved here. And, if I have the audacity and the balls to be ballsy and say something like this on a podcast, then now let me put my foot, one foot forward and help.
Step up.
That's how it started.
Wow.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, you did.
But what I was going to get at is not only is there trust in the board and Hope and myself and the work that we've done and the plan that we put forth, but it would not be possible and the community would not see the value if it weren't for the staff.
Yeah.
The staff that are doing the work on the ground. And they've been furloughed for a while, and our intention, while we don't necessarily know what the organizational structure will look like,
right,
our intention is to do as best by the staff as we can.
Yeah.
So that said, now my next question to you both is, how did the staff find out?
Oh my God. So we knew a couple of them would be up late at night on last Wednesday. So I got to say also the irony of closing the gap for a campaign where almost half of the money is going to go to the IRS because of a tax debt. And then closing that on tax day, April 15th.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Yeah. A little ironic. I love it. But anyway, so it was late at night when we heard the news that we had made this, this final gift came in. And
yeah, we got a request for a Zoom call for 9 p.m.
Yeah. To hear about the final gift. And so we only knew like one person would probably be awake at that, or willing to take a kind of work adjacent call at that point. So one person from the staff got to find out that night, and then the rest of them we called. And I had someone almost in tears on the phone just saying like, I didn't believe this was possible. I had no idea.
I think my favorite moments were when I would say, because I would say, Tuesday morning, we knew we raised $250,000, and we knew we still had a mountain to climb. And then 9 o'clock on Tuesday night, we found out we climbed that mountain, and we have raised $500,000.
Wednesday.
And was it Wednesday?
Yeah. But
Okay.
yes, Tuesday morning we didn't.
Yeah.
We had halfway to go. Wednesday night.
That's
done.
when we. Yep. And
You guys are like a power couple.
I'm telling you, these two would rule the world if they were given an opportunity to do so.
Don't encourage them. No.
Yeah. But like,
Well, that's awesome.
I got a
though.
lot of.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like from the staff and from other people that I called. So we had to make a lot of phone calls to
Yeah.
a lot of the key funders the day of to let them know, all right, it's time to like pony up. But every single time it's like, oh my God,
Yeah.
like holy crap. It's like the floor dropped out. You could hear it in their voice. Like you did
You
it.
did it? Yeah.
Like, and
Yeah.
But
I mean, that's how we felt.
Yeah. But how good did it feel to make those calls?
Oh my God.
Because
It felt good.
now you're like, hey, by the way, you promised me.
Yeah. Yeah.
X,
So
Y, and
my
Z,
favorite thing was that there were a few key stakeholders that were not donors, but people who had helped us through this last month that I got to text on like Thursday and Friday and say, hey, I have some really good news for you. I want to share it with you. And I'm not kidding you. Like the quickness of the response from people going like, I could use some good news, because we all feel like we need this like infusion of like, it's not the end of the world, maybe.
I mean, clearly we're all doctors now too, but you know, that's a whole different
That's
story.
a whole other story.
Well, anyway. Yeah.
No, I'm excited. I'm excited. So June 1st. Okay, so important dates: June 1st reopening.
Yes.
And so ribbon cutting with a rainbow ribbon.
Yep.
That's important. And then May 6th and 7th is the Great Give.
Yep.
Well, is that the Great Give for all organizations?
Yeah.
Throughout
So
New Haven.
that's a big, big thing for New Haven. So May 6th and 7th, and then just watch it all work.
I
It's
will
amazing.
also say too that I'm not going to say how much, but we do have a match already. It's a significant match for the Great Give, and if we reach that goal, we get that match. So your impact will be doubled.
That's amazing. Okay, I'm excited now. All right, so I'm gonna wait to obviously
on those
catch
monthly.
up.
We'll
on
do
those-
the math for you. We'll make sure you know exactly how much your Great Give pledge is supposed to be.
So what it's supposed to be, and then what I'm gonna add on top of that.
We'll
It won't
add
be
an
inflated.
interest. We'll do an interest payment. We'll do a 10% interest rate. Okay.
That's amazing.
I just thought I'd channel my inner Nick.
No,
for a moment.
Hey,
so
that's
excited.
amazing.
I'm,
It's great
you know,
news.
That's a lot of work, and you bitches pulled it off.
Yeah, I'm not ready to raise $500,000 in 30 days
No,
for a while.
I literally so there are different types of fundraising, right? You got corporate, you've got annual, you've got what we just did, you've got capital, capital funding, but we just did a campaign that I never thought I would be doing in my entire life, and it was a crisis campaign, and it is completely different to raise that much money in a short amount of time. But I'm so happy that we had that moment, that experience. I think it's really just shifted my perspective, not only on the community, but on fundraising as a whole.
Yeah.
It was a really hard experience, but ultimately fruitful and good. And being able to experience going on meetings with Hope and she has become such a dynamic leader and a dynamic fundraiser over the past couple of years. And it was fun to be, you've seen us, we're
I know.
banter back and forth,
she
how we
was
work
here
off
Saturday.
each other.
She was here Saturday, and I'd be hard crushing on Hope, and I'm like, she's not only a dynamic leader and a dynamic fundraiser and all of this. She's a dynamic human, and I hope you understand that.
Yeah.
And aside from the very important work that you do, you also have a very important contribution on a personal level to a lot of people. And if they don't tell you that, they should. And I'm telling you right now.
Thank you.
I'm just saying.
She's the mirror.
Oh my
you
God!
never
The one
really wanna
time
look
she's
into.
mousy.
Nick warned you. Hey, Trish warned you about that. Stop hard crushing on her.
I know.
Why'd you want that?
She's gonna cut you.
Because he wants you all to himself.
That's not true. If I wanted her all to, I knew as soon as she sat in front of that mic, everybody around this table would be like, "And so when are you coming back?"
Okay. Jay, how you doing?
How you doing, Jay Bird?
Not as good as you, apparently, but no. Not bad. I guess it was a good weekend.
It's been a good week and a half
It's been a good.
for us too.
Yeah.
Jay and I have been spending a lot of time together.
Yeah.
So interestingly enough, we went to I took
The
Jay with
holiday
me
party?
to the holiday party for the bar.
Yeah.
And that was an experience.
4
all on
months
its
later,
own.
but yeah, it was fun. It was a fun night. The mariachi band.
Oh yeah, they had
made a great night of it.
live
Oh my God.
mariachi
Mariachi
band.
band.
I love mariachi. I don't know if I'm a cliche
I'll show
or
you a
what,
couple
but
of
I love
pictures,
it.
a couple of videos I have.
Okay.
Yeah, no, they were really
good.
good, and the food was great.
And they weren't bad looking either. So
Okay, well,
Yeah, no, the food was good. It was the food was catered by Stellado's
Stellado's.
Deli.
Another Steve.
Yeah, another Steve. And no,
by the way, his balls were good.
They are.
Yeah.
they were. They were
Yeah,
tasty.
I gotta give him that.
yeah.
Yeah, his food is always good. He made
Yeah.
he had obviously some chicken. There was porchetta. There was meatballs and
Something.
hors d'oeuvres.
Something. I can't remember. The gnocchi.
The gnocchi.
Oh my God.
I've never
I
had
love gnocchi.
It was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
There was a sweet element to it. in a sense. But no, everything was good. And then, of course, the drinks were free. So
Hey.
we Ubered.
Yes, we did. We did.
So actually,
Purposely
so
Ubered.
we left the house. Nick took us to the event, and Jay and I Ubered back to my house.
Yeah.
So we did not drive, but we did drink.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, we
Like a
drank like we
fish.
knew we weren't driving. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it was a good time. But we
it's
were
a
home by
miracle we got
midnight.
the Uber.
Oh, the Uber guy was pretty funny. He
Yeah,
was
yeah.
pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had him cracking up. It was just like, one of those nights. But and then
I danced.
we did. We danced, we ate, we drank.
I danced with a girl. I can't remember her name. She was really nice.
And then the owner of the restaurant, Bernard,
Yeah.
he's Dave's husband. So Bernard owns the restaurant, and Dave owns the bar, and they're right next to each other. So we were having the
Bars.
the bar's
Holiday party.
at the restaurant, and obviously they had a mariachi, but Bernie and I share a very close birthday. I'm on the 15th, he's on the 16th, so they brought out a cake for both of us. The mariachi band and everybody else was singing us happy birthday. It was really, really, really nice.
Wow.
Yeah, it was nice. It was cool.
I love that for you.
And then Wednesday was my birthday on tax day, and I
Good thing we went to the party on Monday because Tuesday we were laid out all day.
yeah, pretty much.
Laid out all day.
Yeah.
And then Saturday, you folks came over. They brought
Yeah.
me cupcakes. We sat down. We we had a great time and hung out. And then Saturday earlier that day, Mom made me food. I came over. She also got me cheesecake, but she knows I don't like regular cake, so she got me cheesecake. And so I celebrated a little birthday with her. And it was a good week overall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I actually felt bad because I knew we hung out Monday and Tuesday we were shot.
Dad.
And then Wednesday was his birthday, and I was like, I didn't even ask him if he wanted to do anything on his actual birthday. And I was like, I feel so bad. It's like, and he's like, I'm hanging out with Jack.
Yeah, I went to
Yeah.
dinner with Jack at Dive.
Yeah.
And then so we're going tonight.
Oh yes, I know.
Because
They promised you.
yeah.
What did they promise you?
One of the employees, Brookies. Yeah, she's making brownies and cookies. So it's like a combination of a brownie and a cookie.
Nicholas,
What?
I think we need to find a way. I don't know how. I've canceled my class. I don't know. I heard Brookies.
So she said, if you come Monday, I'll bring them for you. I was like, I'll be there Monday. So after the show, after the show, Jay and I typically always go and grab dinner afterwards. And she was like, I'll bring you Brookies. And I was like, what's Brookies? She goes like, they're brownies and cookies,
Oh wow.
like mashed together.
That.
I love a brookie.
So in Texas, there's a restaurant called BJ's, which you can all commence laughing. And
Well, I mean, BJ's is a warehouse, but it could also be a blowjob. But anyway, continue.
it could be a warehouse, it could be a blowjob, or it could be a restaurant. Turns out, it's called BJ's, and they have something called a pizookie. And a pizookie.
Can you
It's
explain?
a
I will.
pie.
Please explain.
Okay.
Close.
Pizookie. Pie pudding cookie.
Nope.
Pizookie.
Pizookie.
Pie.
Is pie in it?
No.
Pie
Pasta?
pizza
Well, kind
cookie.
of. Yes. It's not pie like sweet pie. It's like pie like a pizza
Pie?
So it's a cookie pizza pie, but it comes in like a cast iron, as if it's like deep dish pizza style, but it's like a cookie in a little personal size cast
Now I
iron.
want a cookie.
A pizookie,
Oh, okay. So basically, they're
Pizza-style
making a
cookie.
cookie in a.
like deep dish pizza.
Little cast
Situation.
iron.
Gotcha. So it's almost like a pizza, but it's a
So
cookie.
it's a pizza cookie.
Love it.
It's a pizza
You
pie
ha-
cookie.
You haven't had my daughter's cookies.
No.
You've had Roxanne's cookies.
Yeah, her cookies are good. Her actual cookies. I don't know about the other cookies.
But we have brookies and pizzookies.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
cool.
awesome. I'm excited. All right. Well, listen, we've been yapping on for 30 minutes. So what we're going to do is take a break. When we come back, we have some dish.
You want a break?
Yes. I'm excited because,
We need a meeting. All right, let's
we're
go.
all doctors. But anyway, we will be right back.
You lay there on the kitchen floor. It seems like you can't take no more. I'm sorry, but when my engine starts, I just can't get enough. I've let you up and tie you down, so you'll be here, won't sneak around. I'll lace you up and put you on. Running for you every day and night. I'm running for you, gotta move, don't want no ride. So warm me up, cause I know the world is at my feet, yeah. So take me higher, baby, let's go and hit the streets, yeah. So I'll keep running for you. So I'll keep running for you. You and me, so don't be shy, just come and see. I'll show you places you've never been before. I'm running for you every day and night. I'm running for you, gotta go and step outside. So warm me up, cause I know the world is at my feet, yeah. So take me higher, baby, let's go and hit the streets, yeah. Take it kitchen floor. It seems like you can't take no more. I'm sorry, but when my engine starts, I just can't get enough. I'll let you up and tie you down, so you'll be here, won't sneak around. I'll lace you up and put you on. Running for you every day and night. I'm running for you. Gotta move, don't want no ride. So warm me up, cause I know the world is at my feet, yeah. So take me higher, baby, let's go and hit the streets, yeah. So I'll keep running for you. So I'll keep running for you. You and me, so don't be shy, just come and see. I'll show you places you've never been before. I'm running for you every day and night. I'm running for you, gotta go and step outside. So warm me up, cause I know the world is at my feet, yeah. So take me higher, baby, let's go and hit the streets, yeah. So I'll keep running for you. So I'll keep running for you.
All right, ladies and gents, we're back from our break. Thank you for allowing us to do that because we needed it. Because speaking cursive is our thing, and and we wanted to move forward with that. So we are coming back from our break, and as we said, we're going to move into a couple of stories that we have for the dish. And I wanted to start off with the fact that we are officially probably close to 40 days away from Pride celebrations being started, across the U.S. Obviously, we have New York Pride, which is going to be at the end of the month of June, but there are other notable prides that happen throughout, the entire year. But there was a story published, obviously, in The Advocate about Peppermint. Peppermint is one of the trans individuals who, has really made a name for herself in recent years. She was a contestant in RuPaul's Drag Race. I'm not sure if she was a winner. I don't think she was.
I don't know.
No, I think that the
Google
winner.
it.
I think the winner that year was someone else. She competed against, and I can't remember. She's the bald one, the one that doesn't have any hair.
She was the runner-up.
She was a runner-up. And but anyway, so Peppermint has been chosen to become the Grand Marshal for the parade this year, this upcoming Pride Parade. And, she's really stressing the important fact that, given the temperature of the country and the amount of legislation that has been, proposed and in some states even passed, against trans folks, that, we really focus as a community and start supporting a very vital, important part of our community. And so she is asking and she's advocating for members of our community to really show up this year and start supporting, initiatives that are supporting trans people while going through this very, very, very difficult time. And so I wanted to open it up to the floor.
Yeah, I think yes, and right. So I think that that's really important. I think that we need to get out and we need to show up. However, I mean, even thinking about the fact that Disney canceled gay days and all that stuff, we have to be really diligent and careful because, you know, gathering like that. And I was talking to somebody about this the other day, even at like institutions like Yale, where they have all of these like out group affinity spaces and different places where you can go and get support. They've seen such a drastic decline in people showing up and a huge incline in one-on-one interaction. Like if you need support, like one-on-one, going to a counselor, going to a friend or a professor or one person at the Yale LGBTQ plus resource center. So the reason I'm saying all that is because by gathering, we open ourselves up to risk.
No, we do. We do.
And in this political climate, that risk is higher. The reason they canceled gay days was because they were afraid of people and the park being targeted. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't show up for Pride. We definitely should. I'm just saying we need to be really diligent and aware.
Right. But that's true not only this year, not only during this administration, but that has been true since, you know, the first, you know, Pride, right?
Yes, yes, of course. I just think that it's heightened in this moment.
I just feel that our community, by nature, by human nature, I don't know what it is about straight people that feel, you know, attacked at the fact that we even exist, feel the need to not allow us to demonstrate that, you know what, we're here. We're not fucking going anywhere. You know?
That's right.
I mean, I honestly, I keep saying it. Even when we think of Mama Kim found out that she had children in the LGBTQ plus community. She did not have the resources. She did not have the information, but she wanted to show up for them. So she looked for the resources. Right. I think it all stems, not all of it, but a huge portion of people's ignorance and people attacking the LGBTQ plus community comes from a lack of education. They don't understand it.
Right.
They don't get pronouns. They don't get transgender individuals. They don't understand it. They've never had to experience it. So I implore people to educate people one-on-one. Like if you run into somebody who may be ignorant or maybe bigoted, but you have a moment to have a conversation and educate them that we're just people, we're just real people, and educate them on what pronouns actually mean and why they're not threatening you.
Right. I mean, and the fact that we use them in everyday language to begin with, and then all of a sudden when you have to actually think about it, you become stumped. It becomes difficult. Fuck off. Fuck all the way off. You know, it's like
we're not asking
you to
use
it every day.
Yeah, and we're not asking you to change your pronouns. We're asking you to respect the fact that this is my pronoun.
Right. I guess the point I'm trying to make, and I agree in a sense with what Peppermint is trying to do. We are a very large community. We have a lot of subgroups, right? And throughout our history, and I'm talking about modern history, I'm going from, for example, Stonewall forward. Throughout our modern history, we have had many iterations of fights that we've had to engage in and, you know, fight, right? However, we're seeing a situation right now where one subset of our community is really being attacked, and the majority of us are just sitting back like, yeah, okay, well, that doesn't affect me. And that's not cool.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing a lot of that, and even and specifically in cisgender white gay men.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
It is extremely prevalent with that particular group of our community, and I want to remind them kindly, wholeheartedly that, you know, if it weren't for drag queens and if it weren't for trans people and lesbian women, it would be a whole different story.
You know, it's funny that you say that because I was having a conversation with, I'm going to try to not identify them, with somebody in the LGBTQ plus community of the later generation, right?
Yeah.
So a little bit older.
An elder.
An elder, right?
Yeah.
And
A queer
cis
elder.
white queer, right? And it was about Project Phoenix. It was about the center. And he's like, you know what? I just need you to explain something to me, because it's really turned into the people are saying it's like just the trans center. And I was like, well, what do you mean by that? And they were like, well, there's a lot of trans people coming in and out of that. In and out of there. I was like, well, there's a lot of different people coming in and out of there, right?
Yep.
We're serving a lot of different demographics within our community. He's like, but it just feels like there's only trans people there. I was like, is that because maybe people that are working there doing the work identify as trans? And they're like, I guess that could be it. And I'm like, well, we're not going to not employ somebody who wants to do the work if just because they're trans. Like, I was so surprised and floored that there was this like level. I don't want to even know. Ignorance or bigotry
Right.
from this individual.
A lot of that is generational as well.
Yeah, exactly.
generational.
Exactly. And that was like one of those educational conversations.
It's not an excuse, but it is. A lot of it is generational. You know, when we grew up, we were hardcore wired to there's
gay and lesbian.
there's only male female.
Yeah.
And so you can only be gay or you can only be lesbian, because at that point it was sort of kind of acceptable.
Yeah, and if you were trans, you were special, according to some family. I mean, you have to be honest. That's how.
That's how
you were
it was.
special.
You know,
Be
was it right?
special.
No, it wasn't right in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
And we've learned that over the years, right? And I find that, you know, I have a lot of respect for our elders because I've learned so much from them. But I also have a lot of, you know,
Those are our veterans.
there are
fought the
veterans,
fights,
and so
yeah.
you got to respect the fact that they
Yeah.
fought the fight, but you also have to sort of kind of push back sometimes and say, hey, you know, I appreciate everything that you did, but you know, what you did allowed us to get to where we are today.
Yep.
And there's so much more than we can do with the power that you gave us.
Yeah.
Yep.
And don't limit it based on your experience.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, I also think, you know, everybody's always like, well, all of a sudden, all these people are coming out as trans, or all these people are identifying as this, as that. Like, they were always there.
Yeah.
Right.
But you know what's happening is the younger generation is saying, well, I don't really give a shit. And the older generation is like, still pushing back. But what I have to say to the older generation is we whitewash the fuck out of what gender actually means, because Native Americans, they had a third gender.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And they have for generations.
And still do it. It's called two-spirit, right? Where you don't identify as either, and or you can be a male identifying more feminine.
Right.
Like, and that is, we whitewashed the fuck out of so much shit that people are so ignorant. But if we had just embraced the reality that people live in their bodies and feel a certain way and identify a certain way forever,
Right.
Yeah.
things would be so fucking different. But we had to colonize, we had to whitewash.
Yeah, but I think the whitewashing comes into play when you're trying to, I guess, achieve a certain goal. And not to say it's the right thing to do, but unfortunately, you see it whether it's within the LGBTQ community or even just in general. When you're trying to get
Which
forward,
community?
When you're
The
trying
coon-
to
the
get...
coon- I'm with you, I'm fucking with you.
LGBTQ, but the rainbow community
Right.
or any other community, when you look at it, it's just history in the making. It happens. It's happened with slavery. It's happened with Latinos. It's happened with Puerto Rico.
That's right.
Right.
How many people in Puerto Rico weren't experimented on?
Yep. Yep.
How many women in Puerto Rico weren't
Sterilized.
without their knowledge or consent? And the Native American community, we went through all that. You know, and some people don't realize it just didn't happen in Puerto Rico. A lot of our Native American brothers and sisters went through the same process.
Yeah, that's right.
Children being removed from their homes because it was unsafe, according to who? You know, so in order to get over that hump or try to move forward, you tend to whitewash a lot of bullshit.
Yeah.
That should be why, because if you bring this up, they're gonna nix it.
Yeah.
Right.
If we're gonna get this approval or if we're gonna get recognized, we have to kind of avoid this subject because they're definitely not gonna move forward with it.
Yeah, no, I think...
And it happens all the time. And again, it leads us to
I think it all...
where we're at now.
Yeah, ultimately, I think it came down to, you know, whitewashing or like, you know, not even discussing the fact that this has historically been a thing for your ages.
Yeah.
Status and power.
Yep,
Like literally,
absolutely.
it just
Of
comes
course.
down to
Not only
status
that.
and power.
And the ability to feel like you have control over a subset group of people that are
Less than.
perceived or less than. You perceive them to be less than you, and so you feel the need to control that group, right? And that has been the case for
Control.
millennia,
Control.
right? It's control.
Yeah.
So, but either way, what say you, darling?
I mean, I think Peppermint is drawing attention to what she perceives,
Yes.
and I don't disagree, is one of our most vulnerable in the community.
Right now,
So that is
yes.
that is what I understand someone like her to have the potential responsibility to do, right?
Absolutely.
She is an advocate for something, so she's saying, "Hey, I've been given a platform. I've been given a permission to really visibly spearhead this thing, and so I want us to pay attention to something that I'm clocking." And so I agree with
Kudos to
her.
her.
I think I was just checking the anti-trans legislation website, and they said that 30 bills have been passed in
Yes.
2026. And I want to remind us all, we're still in April.
And that's state
Right.
and federal, right?
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
30 bills have been passed that are anti-trans legislation,
Right.
ranging from everything from bathrooms to passport identifications to civil rights to education to flag raisings, like all of it.
And some states have reinstated a conversion therapy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Which
Yeah, we talked about that recently.
yeah.
The Supreme Court basically ruled that the state of Colorado was acting unconstitutional, basically violating a particular individual's First Amendment right by prohibiting them to practice what we perceive to be as
yeah.
conversion
Conversion
therapy.
therapy.
I want to. Sorry, I want to play a clip really quick. Can I play a clip?
Sure. Does it? Have
Oh, that's it. Is that Judge Hatchett?
Yes.
Yes.
No. Judge Williams.
Williams.
Yeah,
Yes.
Judge
yes.
Williams. So I saw this thing.
I think I sent that to you.
No, I saw it. You
Yeah.
probably sent it to me
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
I was going to bring that up next.
Oh, do you want to take it?
No, go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna just play the clip and then
Yeah.
you can talk about it, Jay.
Yeah.
Okay, like I said, Michael found this place.
I see this, and I
he asked
see
to
the
go. So
website.
I looked into it. I spoke to the director of the program, a guy named Matthew, a gentleman named Matthew, and it had some good reviews online. They had a 3-month program where he could go. So I wrote back and I said I looked into conversion therapy. I like the director's philosophy and how no one how no one is born.
Don't rush through that part. Read that part slowly aloud, sir. I like the what?
I like the director's philosophy about how no one is born homosexual. It's behavioral and it can be fixed. Are you sure you want to do what it takes? The program is $6,000.
And then what did your son tell you?
I'm scared to go, but I don't want to lose you and Mom. I will go.
Say it again, sir.
I'm scared to go, but I don't want to lose you and Mom. I will go. Michael has always embraced courage.
No.
You know, there's
No.
other times in his
No.
life when he's been.
No, sir, I'm not going to let you gaslight me in this courtroom. Now, you've gaslit this young man for far too long, and sadly, he's not empowered enough because he is still a youth and he's still your son. But you're not going to gaslight me, sir. That's not courage you see in your son's response to you, Mr. Talbot.
That's fear.
That is fear. He's terrified of you and the consequence of not being a part of this family. That's why he says he will go. What was that experience like?
The majority of the day, they are verbally harassing you. They are calling you names. I remember on the first day, the director, Matthew, who my dad chalked up to be a great guy, said I was cursed, said that I was going to hell, and called all of us there monsters, that we were unworthy, and that we needed the program to fix ourselves.
Oh, my God.
Keep in mind, his dad is suing him.
I
the cost.
really,
Yeah.
Michael, I need to get close to you right now because I need you to understand.
Wow.
If you're willing, please give me your hands. Young man, you are not cursed. You are as loved and as worthy, Michael, as your father, your mother, and everyone else who gets the privilege to reside on this earth, young man. And I don't care what your daddy says. I don't care what this Matthew guy says. I don't care what some stupid conversion therapy says, which is nothing but a bunch of hoopla and a scam and a money grab for young, vulnerable men like yourself. I see you. You are valuable. And Michael, you are perfect. You are perfect in the eyes of God.
Amen.
I will amen to that, and I'm not even religious.
That judge
Yeah.
stood up to that fucking father.
And that's not the end of it.
No, it
the
goes
end,
on.
it's really good. So basically, the father threatened with kicking him out of the house because,
He quit the program.
prior to that.
Oh, yeah.
That's why he agreed to do
the program.
So basically, out of fear of being homeless, he agreed to do the program. And I think he attended for a week, and he was like, "Fuck this."
I mean, I
And
would
left.
too. Like a week of someone telling you you're worthless,
Worthless,
you're not worthy, you're going to hell, you're the devil's prodigy.
being
I
there-
mean, like
even
I
being
can think
there
of
for a
so many
week.
things.
The
A
trauma.
week, yeah. And
Yeah.
so he left the program, and basically, this is the father suing the son for the $6,000 cost of the program.
You shouldn't have forced yourself to pay $6,000 to be such a bigot against your own flesh and blood.
Exactly.
Well, that
So-
judge laid into him.
She laid it into him, and she told him your lawsuit is frivolous, and she kicked it out of court. Which kudos to her. But yeah, I saw that. I'm sure I sent you the clip. But
I did not see it, but I want to see that. And I wish I had the video because I would have played the entire video.
Yeah.
but
I completely forgot about it. I had saved it to share this.
yeah,
But
it's
Yeah.
amazing.
But,
I love seeing stuff like that because
but here's what we can do.
it's reality.
We'll
It's the
take the
shit a
link
lot
to
of
that
kids are
video and we'll
going
put it
through.
on tonight's post so that you guys can watch it.
Absolutely.
You know,
I just think I think one of my favorite parts about the process is, the judge threw it out. Yeah, the judge put the dad in his place and said, like, that's not unconditional love. Like,
Yep.
this is ridiculous.
You know what I found funny about this whole thing too?
Hold on one sec.
The mother wasn't there.
The mother wasn't there, but I thought what was so beautiful is she took a moment to get off her pulpit. Is that what it's
Yeah.
called, pulpit?
No.
It's her stand.
Her bench.
The bench.
Her bench.
Thank you. To get off there, walk over to the kid and tell him. And
Girl,
looked him
she is not a
in the
doctor.
eyes.
She's not.
But looked him in the eyes and said, "You're valuable.
Yeah.
You is good.
you was kind.
You is important."
That's not a good thing to reference right now.
Why? I love that movie.
Because think about what the movie was portraying.
No, I know, but still, it's a great quote.
I know it is.
As
But no,
someone who
yeah.
was raised in a cult,
I wanted to go to you next because I knew that you would have a lot of insight because you've been through this personally.
that actually made me feel. Yeah.
I'm sorry to cut you
Yeah,
off.
yeah, please.
I know you always say. I was actually thinking about this today. Just
You were like, I was thinking about that time in
Yeah.
hopes that she was raised in a cult.
religious,
Yeah.
ultra religious. I'm assuming,
Yeah.
not Catholic.
Evangelicalism
Oh, okay.
on steroids.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to get a better. You say a cult and people automatically
Oh, I
assume.
know.
You
Yeah,
know.
yeah. We were in white robes, sacrificing like,
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
like
so
putting ourselves
sometimes
in the
just
car.
a little clarity
think
to
she
help
was a
me.
doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll walk around.
Anywho,
No, but I'm like, I am feeling, in spite of everything I said before in this podcast episode, I'm feeling rather emotional about it because so my cousin was almost sent off to conversion therapy, and I remember him texting me. I remember exactly where I was in New York, and I remember him texting me about, like, is it okay to lie to my parents and tell them I'm straight so that they don't send me off to the, like, am I a bad person? And I was like, kid, whatever you have to do to survive.
Right.
How old was he at the time?
He was like 16 or 17, I think.
is this the one that's in Heaven Iron when you went to visit him?
Yeah, well, okay. Now he's like full flaming bird out of the closet, but that's
We love you though.
Yeah.
But then I was thinking about, it was not around my queerness, so it's not a 1-to-1 correlation, but yeah, I was sent off to places to get right with God.
Yeah.
And all I can say is that there's a lot I could say, but all I can say right now is that I wish I had someone like that judge in my life at that particular moment. Now,
Yeah.
thank God, the universe, and the ancestors that I had enough gumption inside of me to know that what I was being told wasn't quite true. But I wish there were someone in my life saying, no, you don't. I mean, you can improve all day long, Hope, but these parts of you are not something to fix.
Yeah.
So I am.
And not
Thrilled.
necessarily something to fix. There's nothing wrong with
That's
them.
what I mean. Like
You know?
that.
Yeah.
I wish someone had said that to me.
Yeah.
And so, kudos
Yeah,
to her.
and I understand that. I mean, growing up in the Catholic religion, it's pretty similar. I know it's
Yeah.
not as as strict or as I know some
Yeah.
evangelical.
Yeah.
So,
But there's a
But I also,
hierarchy.
So and we also have Christians in,
Yeah.
in the family, and they, they don't believe in any of that.
Yeah.
And,
But they know how to keep their mouth shut when they're in company.
yeah, exactly.
No,
But
One day
but,
offline, I'll tell you about my 10-day sabbatical
Oh,
I think I heard about this actually.
But it's
in the woods.
it's
Yep, I did
troubling.
hear about
It's
this.
troubling. It's a process. And I've told the guys before, like when my oldest granddaughter came out, and she was like, "I like boys and girls,"
Yeah.
and her mom was like, "Absolutely not," and I'll be damned if my daughter, and now mind you, her mom was in a lesbian relationship for several years,
Wow.
and I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Like,
Yeah.
allow her to experience what she needs to experience, as long as she's being safe, as long as she's now you telling her absolutely not, she's not gonna come to you with any issues or any concerns or any
Right.
questions.
She doesn't trust the fact
She doesn't
that,
trust because now mom's not having it.
Right.
And I just couldn't. Like, she came to me, she was sobbing in tears. I don't know. I don't want to tell you. I don't want you to get upset with me. I don't want you. And I was like, just tell me what's going on. And she kind of was like, oh, I think I like boys and girls. And I was like, okay, Grandpa does too. And she was like, what? Yeah. What? And I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna, And I was like, your mom's full of shit. Like that was my initial, and I probably could have gone about it a better way, but
honestly, the fact that she could come to you, I think,
Yeah.
To Hope's point, it's like
Yeah.
she didn't have that person.
She didn't,
And
yeah.
I was lucky enough in my life that I did.
Yeah.
Like when I got kicked out of my house, and where I went, and when I said this is the thing,
yeah, people accepted you for who you were.
it
was
was
no question.
beyond that. They were like, thank God.
knew.
Like
We
we
knew.
knew. And then, but they were like, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we're glad
And
glad
nothing-
as that you're not some psycho killer.
Yeah.
No.
And nothing changed. The relationship didn't change.
Yeah.
Where's
Like-
the conversion therapy for the kids who are killing rabbits?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I
Fucking-
mean? Where's the
Exactly.
conversion
Oliver.
therapist? Well, there's that. There's that.
I can't conversion therapy my dog.
Yeah.
Oh, she needs it big time.
Oh my God! We'll talk about that story. So anyway, needless to say, all of this, Pride, Peppermint, this amazing, beautiful story. This judge affirming someone's, right to exist, is the reason why right now in this moment, I agree 100% with Peppermint.
Yeah.
It's not about us, the white cisgender gay men. It's not about us, Latino gay men. It is, but in this moment, it's about them. And
Protect the dolls.
And if we have to, if we want to sit here and say that we are a community, then it's time for us to show up for the most vulnerable part of our community when they need it, and they need it now.
Yes.
So while I hear what you're saying, be safe, be cautious, congregating in
Travel in packs.
in masses is dangerous. Yes, it is. But you know what? Nothing ever came of you sitting at home doing nothing to push back against a regime that is bent on eliminating your rights to exist, because they start with trans people. They started with drag queens.
Yep.
That didn't work. They move on to like trans people. We'll see how far they get. And then what makes you think they're going to stop there?
Yeah.
Marriage equality.
Yep.
They're already trying.
Yeah.
And then once they get rid of your right to marry and your right to exist, what next?
Yeah.
It's so
Concentration camps?
Yeah. I'm not. Again,
Let's be honest.
I was not saying don't show
no,
up,
no.
don't show out.
You're concerned.
I was saying be diligent and do it the smart way.
Yeah.
Absolutely. As
Absolutely.
we always do. When we go out in packs, and we make sure that, we watch each other's back. Make sure that you have that support system as you're going out there to not only advocate for yourself, but advocate for others that are also part of our community.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not just
So
the
we're
people
saying.
you're with. If you
Right.
see somebody that's,
Yeah.
being
That's right.
approached or being accosted, fuck it, step up.
right.
People are more likely to walk away when they see more than one person.
Yep.
And usually that's what happens. They see one person alone and they target them. Unfortunately, it's law of the land, as you may say, but You know, because they see you alone, they believe you're vulnerable.
Right.
And they could,
It's a scary world.
Yep.
So that said, I want to talk about the flip side of our community, and those are those who work against their own self-interest. So we have those that, we need to support, and then there are those that are just like, what the fuck is happening in your brain right now? Caitlyn Jenner is one of those. So if you've been living under a rock, then you don't know. But if you haven't, then you do know. So obviously, Caitlyn Jenner is a huge Trump supporter. You know that she's MAGA, she is Republican, she is all the things that you wouldn't expect somebody in her position to be. And what ended up happening is that, she, at some point, her passport expired. She had to get her passport renewed. And during, the time when she was able to actually get her passport initially, when she decided to go from, her dead name to Caitlyn, because we're not going to dead name anybody here. She was able to get a passport with the correct marker that identified who she was and as a person, as a human. Well, she decided she wanted to go renew that passport, and the X marker on her passport came back as male. Yep. And now she is appealing to the Trump administration and to Trump to be able to fix it. And I'm like, well, you put the man in office. You put the people, you're supporting people who are actively working to pass bills for that same thing.
Yep.
To eliminate your identity, to eliminate who you see yourself as, to eliminate your right to be who you are. That is fucked up. And I was just like
I always say, you don't make those changes until it affects you directly, especially within that community.
But here's the thing. Here's what rubs me so bad. It's even worse the fact that
I know you hate us, but by the way,
it's not like she came out and said, "Oh, you know what? This is fucked up. I'm gonna, like." Now I'm going to work really hard to fight for people who are going through this. No, she goes to the person.
That's fucking her over.
Yeah, it's like, I want to worry about me.
She's expecting a change.
I want to worry about me.
Yeah.
And so I wanted everybody's opinion around the table. So, Nick, I'll start with you. What are your thoughts on the matter?
There's a special place in hell for her. But also, the thing that bothers me about it is, while she's a Trump supporter, MAGA, whatever, she's not doing it for the community. She's doing it for herself.
My point. But you know what it is? There's a lot of trans people that looked up to her when she came out as trans, when she decided to do that whole switcheroo and say, here I am, right? She had a whole big spread. That's actually what the spread was titled. Here I am.
Yeah.
Call me Kate.
Well, I'll also say to add an
Caitlyn,
extra layer to this is, like, I know people know that a dead name, it can really be triggering and affect people. I recently had an experience with this, and I'm not going to say who, but there was somebody that was on a bank account, and the bank account was started pre-transition, and we had to go and have a conversation because there was an account held that had money in it. They were going to close it out even if we didn't go, so we went, and it was watching this person hear and see all and go through that process was so enlightening for me, because you could just see the tension, the change in personality, the change in demeanor, and how much it was triggering and hurtful for that person. We had to do it, and it sucked, and I felt horrible about it, but it was just like this moment of, this is a real thing, and people really need to fucking pay attention to
some real
No,
clarity.
it
You
is.
get some real clarity. I mean, we hear about it.
Yeah.
We hear about it. We hear about people's struggles, but until you actually experience it firsthand, you don't understand the magnitude of how it impacts that individual.
Yeah.
Because it's not impacting you directly, but when you see someone that you're with, that you know that you care about to some point, and you're trying to give some assistance or be helpful, and you're hitting these roadblocks repeatedly, I think it wears not only on the person but on you.
Yeah, and I think that's going to come up, like, no matter what. Going through that process, it'll probably come up for people, no matter what circumstance. But having somebody to stand there next to you, That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What say you, Miss Hope?
I mean,
She's like, where do I
take
start?
Well, I'm going to take a nuanced approach, which is that I blame the system more than I blame the individual of Caitlyn Jenner. Like, I think Caitlyn Jenner is a product of exactly what this version of homophobia and capitalism combined creates. So, like, someone who has the wealth and the privilege and the whiteness and the access that Caitlyn Jenner has, coupled with her willingness and ability to try and find herself adjacent to the systems of power, right? So, of course, I have a critique of her, but more importantly, I have a critique of the administration and its way of neglecting its own, of uplifting trans people. There is actually like a community of trans Republicans, right, who have advocated for this president, advocated for this administration, and then it's exactly like Ronald Reagan all over again. Like, I don't know if folks know the story of Rock Hudson, but Rock Hudson was a friend of the court for Nancy and Ronald Reagan, and then when he was diagnosed with AIDS, he wrote a letter to Nancy and said, you know, can you all do something to support finding a cure for AIDS and at the very least support me, your friend, right, in this process? And then she wrote back and said, I don't think that's something for the White House to take up at this point. And he died quickly later. And, you know, he and others' deaths end up sparking so much of the fight for AIDS that ended up, you know, helping our community in a big way. But it's categorically a pattern that those with power and an ability to influence the entire systems and structures of how resources, how research, how medicine, how systems like the passport system, I don't know how that works, but you know, like that all of those systems that they want you to exploit you for what it can do to bring voters into their base. And then they are very quick to turn on you. And so I think it is rather foolish to spend any of your time hoping that those people will authentically care for you in the long run.
Yeah, they want you in their life until.
Yeah.
And one of the you know, one of the repercussions of her situation is the fact that she can't travel internationally now because her gender marker doesn't match any of the documentation that she would need to provide to be able to enter many countries, right? And so it's a hard place to be in. You know, I want to say that I feel for her, but I'm like, you reap what you sow, you know? And, you know, I hope that eventually, not for her sake, but for the sake of people that might find themselves in her position, that oh my God, I can't even talk. You know, they'll be able to get that situation resolved, even if that benefits her, because you know it's like, unfortunately, that's the truth, you know. And but I wanted to go back something that you were talking about dead names. So yesterday, I host karaoke every Sunday at a bar. I had an individual who walked into the bar, obviously, you know, presenting female. And she came up and said, you know, can I put in a song? And I asked her, what is your name? And she gave me her dead name. And I said, no, honey, what is your name? And she looked at me and she was just like,
So-and-so.
It's so-and-so. I'm not going to mention her name because obviously I don't want to
have that experience,
you know,
too.
and she was like, and she walked away. She came over, head down, walked away, head high.
Yeah.
You know, it was funny
And
because
that made me feel so good because I was just like, no, honey, what is your name?
yeah, when I was bartending, I had a trans individual come up to me, and I, you know, they wanted to start a tab, so I took the card, looked at the name, and then I turned around and went right back to her, and I was like, "What's your name?" And she was like, I don't remember what her name was, but you know, and she told me her name. She's like, I can't believe you just asked me that.
It's important.
Yeah.
You know, validating someone for what you see is so much more important than what, you know, what's on record, because that is where most of the emotion of being who you are exists. It exists in that aspect, in that realm. And documentation, it's unfortunate. It's what you inherit. It's not who you become. Right. And
But doing what you did yesterday makes a safe space even safer.
Yeah, and when she left, right, and so when she left, and I was like, "Thank you so much for coming," and oh my God, she's got a great voice, and I was like, "Please come back and sing for me," right? And I gave her a hug, and she walked out. She was just, it was the first time I've ever seen her. I'd never seen her at Partners before, and so I'm thinking to myself, okay, I probably made someone's experience who was probably unsure, like, do I belong in this space?
Do I want to be there? Because
yes, you do.
You got to be honest.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
My job is to get people to sing, and I don't care what you are, what you got under the hood. It's none of my business, But my business is to make sure that you're comfortable.
Yep.
And that you can, at least in Partners, walk in and feel that you can be you, and no one's going to judge you. And if they do, you know what? You let me know. Yep. I will put somebody in. I have a microphone in my hand every Sunday. I will put you on blast. I've done it. I have done it. So, and that's just what it is, but we're coming up on Pride.
Yep.
Support your trans folks.
Yep. Step up.
And Pride was born out of a belief that joy and love is so much stronger than hate. That pride is stronger than hate. So we have a lot of people fighting against us and against our siblings. But if we come out in numbers safely, to Nick's point, safely come out in our numbers, I see it. I mean, I think Project Phoenix is a part of that for me too. When people buy into the joy, the opportunity, the love of a thing, it is 10 times more powerful.
Right.
And, speaking of that too, there are people that gave to Project Phoenix that are, I would say, allies, but really have no deep-rooted connection to the LGBTQ plus community and or aren't a part of the community. And that was telling.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And the fact that we are fortunate to live in the state of Connecticut, right? And unfortunately that may not be the case in a lot of different spaces and places, but don't let that be the reason why you don't try.
Yep.
Right? Because you can't, it's like playing lotto. You can't win if you don't play, right? You can't succeed if you don't try.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I say to both of you, like, in conjunction with, I'm sure, a lot of other people, you guys decided we're moving forward with Project Phoenix. You put your hard blood, sweat and tears into it. And in the end, you got what you worked for. Mm-hmm. That effort, that's what you got. Mm-hmm. And now we have a Pride Center that's going to remain open and provide critical resources to our community, and even communities that surround, the New Haven County, people from Hartford, people from all over the state, And if you happen to be somebody that's out of state and find yourself in Connecticut, the Pride Center is a welcoming center for you to come in and, see how we can help you.
That's right.
Yeah. Look, Hope and I were there earlier today. We had a couple things we needed to do, and the lights were on. And the lights hadn't been on in a long time.
When the lights...
And somebody came and rang the doorbell. Like, it wasn't... We were probably there for maybe 15, 20 minutes.
Right.
And we're not open. Hope let them know we're not there yet. We are reopening. But we invited them in, and they got to take some stuff from the food pantry, because we have some, non-perishable items that they came in and grabbed a few. And it just seeing that moment, it was really like, oh yeah, we can reopen.
We can reopen. Yeah, that's awesome.
That's amazing.
And I think it's also important to let people know, if you can't help financially and you're local, like I was telling you earlier, I have so much stuff that I've unfortunately have shrunk down that doesn't fit.
Unfortunately.
In a way. I spent so much money, but if
he has
you
a habit of doing that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But if you have stuff you can donate, think of the Pride Center, not, clothing, apparel, food.
Time.
Time is money.
Technology. I'm going to say we could use a few new computers.
Yeah, some technology.
Put that out in the universe.
That's true.
If you're able to if you're able to do that, if you have stuff at home that you're no longer using that you think the Pride Center could use, why not? Reach out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And the reality is, if you bring something that we can't use, we'll find a home for it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's amazing.
Hey.
That's amazing. Well, anyway, we're going to wrap it up because we do have to. But I want to take an opportunity to once again congratulate the pair of you for your immense work.
Thank you.
seriously, thank you so much for being so dedicated, for being so selfless, even though, the process can be frustrating. You two did an absolutely amazing job in spearheading Project Phoenix, along with all of your other colleagues. So, my congratulations to them for such an amazing work. And now it's our responsibility as community members, as members of the board, and those who are supporting the Pride Center, to make sure that we are a success and that we continue to provide this amazing service for 30 more years.
That's right.
So, all right. On that note, Trish, I think you're up first.
Yeah.
Is that how it works? All right. So I'm gonna give you your love. Yep. Well, give me a minute. Let me turn the music off. Let me do this.
Oh my God.
There you go.
Thank you. All right, everybody. Here's Mama Kim's minute. Number one, Vivian Wilson fires shot at estranged father Elon Musk, again while talking about her childhood. Number two, man accused of LGBTQ plus club shooting faces never before used historic charge. Number three, teacher sues school that forced him to remove LGBTQ plus inclusive flag. The Constitution demands more.
Agreed.
Awesome.
Jaybird, over to you.
Hope.
Oh, it's
me.
Hope. I forgot she's here today. Yes, go for it, girl.
On this day in gay history. So on April 20th, 2010, the U.S. Senate Armed Services Committee voted to advance legislation to repeal the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy that banned openly gay, lesbian, and bisexual people from serving in the military. And that decision marked a major step towards ending the discriminatory policy, which was officially repealed later that year, allowing thousands to serve openly for the first time.
And that was signed by our president, Barack Obama.
Amen.
Miss you.
Yes. We miss you so much. Did you see, side note, President Barack Obama got together with...
Mom Donnie.
Yes.
Oh,
With
yeah. That was so
children.
cute. Yeah.
Oh, it was one of the cutest things. Find it on the internet. Obama and Mandami together, reading to children and interacting with children, all in the efforts to get, affordable free healthcare in the city of New York, which Mandani promised. And that man is coming through in ways. It's insane. He's just incredible.
Yeah.
I see a lot of, I can't see presidential aspects for him, unfortunately, because he's not a natural born citizen of the U.S., so he could never be president. But I see a lot of great work coming from him in the political sphere. So, anywho, Jaybird, is
Alrighty. Yes.
okay? Go for it. You don't get a dingy dingy.
Dingy dingy. No dingy dingy.
I can get you a dingy dingy if you want.
Oh, my God. It'll be a ginger.
I've been here 6
No,
years.
that's
We're
my
still
thing.
working on it.
Yeah.
So, if you love the show, please make sure to subscribe, rate, and review on your favorite podcasting service. By subscribing, you get the latest and greatest of our show delivered right to your favorite device or web browser as soon as the episode is published. You can also support us on Patreon. With Patreon, you, our listeners, can help support the show with a pledged donation. The donations are collected monthly and can be in any denomination of $1 or more. My cursive is coming up.
That's good.
All right.
Oh, more love.
Thank you. All right, everybody. Get the Future Method and all other products today. All products are doctor developed, can clean out without hurting your bum, take confidence anywhere with the anal powder packs, increase your stretch goals with the 3-piece anal glass or silicone dilation kit, and get long-lasting, pleasurable glide with the silicone anal lube. Get all the information you need with Dr. G's book, but seriously, visit futuremethod.com to purchase your life-changing bum accessories today. By the way, they changed the formula for the douche. It's quite nice.
Yeah, you like that? Mm-hmm. Have you been using it?
No.
Yeah, she's going to though. All right, we're gonna switch it up a little bit. Hope.
Our show is available on our website, gaytalk20.com, under audio podcast. It's also available as a free download on Apple Podcast, YouTube Music, and now on Spotify.
You better work.
You can keep
Thank
going, Hope.
you. Oh, you can find us on social media. Just coming a little closer. Facebook, Gay Talk 2.0, Instagram, Gay Talk 2.0, and email gaytalk2.0 at gaytalk20.com.
Yes, you better work.
Crushed it.
All right, ladies and gents, if you need to reach out to us, just head on over to our website and click on the Contact Us tab, which is located at the top of your web browser. There you can leave comments, you can suggest topics, you can submit a question for the cast, or any of these individual bitches that sit on the opposite side of me. You can also give us a call and leave us any questions you may have on our voicemail, and we'll answer those for you right on our show. Our phone number is 334-GAY-TALK, and if you need all of the digits, it is 334-429-8255. Don't forget that we do stream live every Monday. Today it was a little earlier than usual, but normally it's 6, and you can access that live stream by becoming a live Patreon supporter on the day of recording. Everyone else gets it the week after. That said, ladies and gents, that is our show. Thank you, and y'all have a good night. Bye!
Thank you for listening to this episode of Gay Talk 2.0. Tune in next time for more dish.